Guys, welcome back to Learner Pro, where you'll be learning C programming. In the last video, we had learned what are identifiers. Identifiers is just nothing but the name of your files, and today in this tutorial, we will be learning data types. So to do that, we'll just go into our editor. Oops, did it twice. Okay, this was for our last uh, program, so I'm going to close it and I want to open a new file by pressing Alt Fn. So I'm gonna teach you about data types today. So I want to save the file. Make sure that you save the files even before you editing it, because if you go an error while compiling it in noname double dot double zero dot cpp, your file may get crashed and you cannot record it back. So whenever you are trying to do file, try to save the file even before you're editing it. So I'm gonna save it. Alt F, press A to save as, and this is data type. So I'm gonna give an identifier of data with extension dot c. Good. Now we got our name over here, title. I want to increase the size of the screen so that you can want to reduce this message space. So to do that, just press it over here and you can see the full screen. Now after that, I'll be teaching you about data types, and for that I will type in. This is not a program, I'm just telling you what all the data types are available in C language. There are four data types which are available in the C language. Those are int, char, float, double. Int, char, float, double. Int stands for integer, char stands for character, float stands for float values, double stands for double, which is double to the float values. Okay, basically character is of size 1 byte, so it is the very less space occupying data type in C language. After that, next is int. It is containing 2 bytes of space, and next it is, I'm going to space it so that you can understand it is there. Next, float takes 4 bytes of space, and next double takes 8 bytes of space, and you can see everything is 1 2 4 8. You cannot see the numbers 3 5 6 7. I will tell you why. Because everything in your systems are containing zeros and ones, which is binary, and everything you want to enter it will be taken into system, will be taken as bits, and every 8 bits is called as 1 byte. Every single byte will be having 8 bits. So and everything you will be doing in your systems will be of 2 powers, everything 2 power 0, 2 power 1. So character is of size 2 power 0, which is 1, and integer of 2 power 1, that is 2 bytes, and float is of 2 power 2 by 2, that is 4 bytes. Double is 2 power 3, that is 8 bytes. And every data type is having one particular limit. For int, it is around minus 34,000 to plus 34,000, and for float, some limit is there. I don't actually remember the limit. For double, there is a limit. After that limit, it will show an error that data type does not give the values. So this is basically the data types available in the C language. Now we will see a small program in which we will add two numbers. To do that, again we'll be starting with including files. So we'll be starting with this hash include stdio dot h, which stands for standard input output header file. Then include conio dot h, which stands for console input output header file. Then it comes main. Again it is void, as and it I state that it's not returning any value back. And after that, you will be giving your data types. I want to add two numbers. To do that, uh, we have to declare, you have to get the input of integers. That is, uh, I want to add two numbers naming a comma b. So I'm saying to the system that my a is an integer and b is an a is an integer, and preceding with semicolon. Then b is an integer preceding with semicolon, so that it states that the line is ended. Instead of typing every time, you can write b in this line itself. Just by doing this, remove the semicolon and put one comma and write your float type, integer type, comma b, and terminate the line by giving semicolon. Now we are given two inputs, a and b, and you have to store the value. For that, you will be needing another integer. If you are giving an integers 2 plus 3, the result is also integer. That is 2 plus 3 is 5. So result is also integer. So will be giving uh, integer type comma c. The c will be having a plus b value. Then after that, we will be clearing screen. And remember that every time you are giving clear screen, the clear screen function should be after the you are declaring your data types, because in your C language it is uh, precaution that every time you type in your main function, the next thing you have to do is declare your all variables. All variables should be declared just after declaring the main. So even before you type in clear screen, you have to mention your data types. Keep that in mind so that you may not come across errors showing that your function data types are misplaced. Then I want to print a statement for getting input. For that, I am giving a function named printf, which is predefined function from standard library, standard io.h. Okay, and semicolon, and I want to ask the user to get the input of value of a and b. For that, enter the value of a, and after your user giving the value of a, the system should read the value. For reading the value, we are giving statement called scanf. Scanf is a function, so is presided with the parenthesis. F stands for function and scanf. That means it states that whatever you are giving value, user is giving the value, it should be read by your system. For that reason, we are giving this scanf, that scan the value of a, and in the scanf statement we will be stating in the double quotes we have to give percentile d. What does this percentile d stands for? This percentile d stands for digits, decimal value. For integer type, we will be giving percentile d, because a is an integer, so we are giving it percentile d over here. And I'll be telling you for the rest of the data types later, but for now, remember that for integer it is percentile d. Then you have to say that where to store the percentile d value, that I want to store this percentile d value in the address of a, ampersand symbol, comma, ampersand a. Ampersand said that it is an address, that I am storing the value of a in the address of a. The statements come like this. Then I will ask the user to enter the value of b, and again the system has to read the value, and you can use the similar format, scanf percentile d, comma, ampersand b. Again ampersand b states that whatever you are getting integer should be present in the address of b. Now you got both the inputs. Now it is time for the operation of addition. So you have to store the value of a plus b in c. So I will declare that my c is equals to the integer a and plus operator and integer b, give semicolon. Now the value of c is equals to a plus b, and just print the value of c. To print the value of c, we have to give a percentile f statement, the value of c is. Now over here we cannot write c directly, because whenever you are writing c, the system cannot understand that whether you are writing a character or you are actually asking the value of c. So to rectify that, we have to write here percentile d. It stands for the decimal value. So with uh, this percentile d should contain the value of c. For that we have to declare what this percentile d is. In this program we are having three integers, that is a, b, c, and this percentile d does not know to show which value. For that we have to tell the system that print the value of c. For that we are giving the extension comma c and terminate the line. Then uh, get ch, which stands for get character, which is also a function. Replace it with parenthesis, then close the function. Okay. uh, in the last video I forgot to tell you about what is compiling and what is running. Compiling is just nothing but verifying your program whether your program is executable or not, that which can give the value or not. If you are having any errors while compiling, you can see the errors, and you can do it by controlling Alt F9, and here it states that there are no warnings or errors in our program. Then press enter, and so now what does this compiler do is you are typing and editing the your program, then it is converted when you're compiling it, it is converted into machine level language, which is with extension .obj file. I will show you where it is located. Okay, whenever you are installing Turbo C++, it will be stored in your C drive. Go to your C drive and then you can find Turbo C++ and you can find disk, open disk, and Turbo C3, then bin. In the bin you can find the name of my file is data. So this is my file, this is my source file, and this is turned into an executable file after you try to run it. So every time you type in a file, it will be converted into a C file. Okay, and whenever you save the file, it will be converted into this C source file with the extension .c. You cannot see .c extension, but in the type it states that it is a C file. Okay, then we will go back to our program, and if you ever come across this short screen like this, just like what I'm getting now, to make it large, press Alt Enter, so that it will be making it large screen. Then I want to run my program, press Ctrl F9, and now it is prompting, asking us to enter the value of a. I am giving value of a as 2 and b as 5, and the result is the value of c is 7. 2 plus 5 is 7, so our program is running perfectly. Thank you for watching, and I'll be telling you different ways of additions, just not only by using three variables. Thank you.